Hello Chupirins! Today we're gonna do what I eat in a day video with me. I've cooked for you, but I've never really titled it or made a video specifically about what I eat in a day. So we're gonna do that. What I'm doing right now, it's actually the night before. Tomorrow is gonna be the full video that I'm gonna be filming, but I'm doing some prepping right now, which means I'm gonna prep the chicken wings. Tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday, and I wanted to make some chicken wings. I don't even know if we're gonna watch Super Bowl, to be honest with all of you. But I like Super Bowl food. We don't eat it often. So I'm gonna make chicken wings, and then the rest I'll figure out tomorrow. Whatever we have, I'm not gonna go to the store. It is snowing outside like crazy. It's a storm going on. So I think we have potatoes. I might make some fries, homemade fries. We'll see. But for right now, let's get started with this. I don't want that to get dirty. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to add oil and salt, and then tomorrow, because my family doesn't like spicy, and I think I want to make some spicy and then some regular non-spicy. So we'll see. So I'm adding some oil. I don't want to add too much of it, though I might need a little bit more because I think this is a lot of chicken. Like that. And I'm using my hands. I use my hands a lot while cooking. And now I'm gonna add some salt, and I don't want to add oil to this little beautiful container. And this little spoon, I'm gonna be adding a lot of spoons, small spoons, just like that. Okay, I feel like a lot of this salt is gonna get like absorbed within the meat. It might still not be enough. Maybe I should add a little more. I go by how it feels, so I'm gonna add some more. Yeah, I need a bigger spoon for this. I should probably just use the container. Let's do this. There we go, that's better. Should have just done that from the beginning. So now we're gonna mix this well, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge. I'm gonna leave it in the fridge till tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon. It's been a minute since I've made chicken wings at home. We did it before, like regularly, and then we stopped buying chicken wings. So today I got inspired. I'm not gonna add any more oil. I don't want it to be oily, and we'll see how I do it tomorrow. I think I'm gonna put it in the oven, but we're gonna figure it out all tomorrow. For you is in 1, 2. Good morning, Chupirins! Ready for breakfast. I'm gonna make our typical breakfast that I make all the time with a few newer things. I think the sausage that I have is different than one we usually make. It has cheese inside. So let's get the ingredients and let's get started. 5 eggs, salt, which is already here. I'm actually gonna make a toast today with some gluten-free bread. The sausage I was talking about is a little bit different. It literally has cheese inside, so I don't know how this is going to be in the eggs, but that's what I'm gonna use for the eggs. And a little bit of oil, coconut oil. I rinse the pan because we don't use it every single day, so make sure there's no dust or anything in there. I'm gonna wait for this to heat up. I do have it on medium heat right now, and while that's happening, I'm going to cut the sausage. And while I'm making breakfast, my husband is going to clean the snow. Basically dry, and leave it for like a second, and I'm gonna add some oil to it and put it, actually I'm gonna put it on low heat first. a different coconut oil. This one smells really strong. I put a lot of oil today. Wow, that's a lot of oil. I usually don't put that much. Now let's take this off. Look at the cheese, literally. Cheese is coming out of this. So we're gonna cut some of that. I might actually use the whole thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, I think. I personally love snow days. I think snow days are perfect to relax and disconnect, and even better when it falls on a Sunday. I went to change the batteries of the camera and I wasn't here. I also think the cheese is making it get a little bit more hot to the pan, but that's fine. I'm gonna add the eggs now. Nothing goes to waste, so this is going to the chickens. Alright, now let's mix this. I usually break the eggs. A little bit more. That's it. Mix it one more time. The egg white is not breaking. Now the oven is ready. I'm gonna add bread in here. And I think this is not gluten-free bread, so I have to change this. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make the gluten bread first. I was gonna do gluten-free first, but let's do the gluten one first. So this is gonna be for my husband. We're gonna do a little bit with butter. So yeah, let's do this. A bunch. I use this knife today. Usually it's a different knife for the bread, but I think this is fine. I'm gonna do one more. Just in case. So I'm gonna put that in the oven. And I think I'm gonna grab another one of these and put the gluten-free stuff in there. This is the gluten-free bread I have. I think this is the last one, to be honest. Why do I say to be honest all the time? I am honest, so why do I say that? Okay, I'm gonna stop saying that. So yeah, this is the gluten-free bread that I just took out of the freezer. It doesn't feel frozen. Oh, yeah, but it is. It is. And it has crumble in there. I think it's because the freezer was a little full, so we like shoved some things in. But I think this 3 should be enough for me. Put it back in the freezer. I think they have room together. Yes, perfect. And this is the reason why I like using the oven. over using a toaster, because toaster I have to do it individually, and also the toaster is mainly for gluten stuff. I've used it a few times, but I'm scared to use it, so I usually don't use that, to keep my gluten-free diet as close as possible to 100%. Oh, let's put timer. Otherwise, 10 minutes. This can cook forever, right? Ooh, look at that. Nice. Yes, it gets cut to the bottom, but I'll show you a trick on how. I personally like this part if it's not too burnt, like just a little crunchy. Well, it doesn't really get crunchy, but it just, I don't know, it changes, like overcooked. And my husband likes it too, so that's not a problem for us. I can tell the eggs feel different, and I think it's because of the cheese that's inside of the sausage. Is that what those are called? They're called sausages, right? Or do they have like a specific name? While leaving it there, the bottom is actually going to, like, if I leave it like that for a little bit, which is perfect because this toast is not ready. And I think my husband is not ready either. We're gonna clean up, and I'm gonna prepare the avocado or the salad that goes with this, because we always have some vegetable with this. Okay, so peppers, avocado, plate, woohoo, fork, and for the avocado. Okay, so this is a breakfast that we eat regularly, except for the toast. We usually have arepas. We just change the sausage up to a different one, and the bread, we usually don't have bread sometimes. This week I had bread a few times. I was just craving it. I'm usually always an avocado, sometimes tomato, maybe some other vegetable. Now that it's winter, I love the peppers that get marinated in vinegar and garlic. That's like the #1 thing. So we're gonna do that for me, and I'm gonna leave this other half of avocado for later. Now that we clean up the mess, let's open this up. This is how they look, and it smells divine. Wow. The garlic, ooh, yes, love it. And I'm gonna probably have 2 of these. Actually, you know what I like to do? I like to go further from the bottom because those marinated better, right? I'm getting interrupted. And I'm getting 2 of these because I love it. This is gonna be my vegetable. This should be good. This one is definitely fine. Just don't know this one inside. I think it should be good inside as well. Alrighty, so let's do this. This is crunchy. Wow. So I'm gonna apply the butter first on my bread. There's only a little bit left, so I think it's fine. A lot of butter, okay? Yes, this is a lot of butter, but I think it's gonna be for 2 of them. Because I don't eat like this often, I allow myself to just enjoy it. You know, I rarely have butter. I think this week I had it after a very long time, maybe like a month. And because of that, I feel like it's okay to have something like this. Okay, that's it. This is delicious. Oh my god. You can grab it. This is the final result. This is my plate, and this is the final result, my husband. And one thing is missing from my husband, and that is some lemon. And that's it for brunch. This is brunch. We didn't have breakfast. This is just brunch. Okay, and I want to have a little bit of kombucha. Oh, great. Baby, paper, please, paper. I decided to open. That's it? This is where my computer is. Why did I do that? I'm gonna have some kombucha with brunch. Hello, Chupirins. The time has come to make what we promised we're gonna make. So, let's put the lights in here. The light. Yo. Hold. Or is it the other way around? Am I doing this wrong? Oh, I was doing it wrong. These are the potatoes that I want to use, and I need to bring a brush. We're gonna clean the potatoes with a brush. Brush. I like this brush because it gets everywhere. I'm cutting them bigger because I actually want to put them in the oven at the same time with the wings instead of putting them separately. We'll see. This is an experiment. Here it is, and now I'm gonna wash them. I saw someone do this online. and I thought I tried it before. I think I tried it before and it worked. The only challenge is later adding the oil, so I have to dry them a little bit. Pat and dry as much as I can. This way they're not as sticky. The starch gets removed a little bit. I try not to be a perfectionist because when I stress the heck out of myself, I'm not doing that with this. I'm just gonna do my best to pat them down, and they don't have to be perfect, but those were pretty good. Okay, Chupin, so now I'm going to add seasoning to this. I think I'm gonna use these 2 bowls because I cut a lot of potato and I want to be able to nicely mix it. So I think these 2 bowls will be perfect. I'm gonna add oil. This is homemade sesame. This is homemade sunflower oil, and I'm adding a lot of oil, as you can see. And I'm doing that on purpose because I don't want them to burn and get sticky. I don't know, lately I've been adding more oil to things than I used to do in the past because I used to like cook with almost no oil at all. And now I'm changing my perspective on these things. I feel like we are taught that oil is bad for us, and it can be bad when it's in excess, but like since I don't eat a lot of it, it's okay to add oil. And I'm also seeing people, when they cook online, I do see people add more oil than what I usually do. So yeah, I'm like thinking that maybe it's a good idea to add a little bit more oil than I usually do. I don't know, but that's what I'm doing. With this particular the potatoes, I also don't want them to like stick together, and so I think a little bit of extra oil helps more than my regular amount. And then I'm also gonna add some Italian seasoning. I think that's about it. Let's see if I can find what I got. So I add extra dough. The Italian seasoning has. Oh, and one beautiful thing that is very European is adding red pepper. Just paprika. I love this. So it also smells so nice. So I'm adding that, which is gonna give it a little bit of the reddish color. And I also want to add a little bit of turmeric. Yep, let's do that too. Why not? I only add a little bit, not much, as I'm personally not like a huge fan of high taste, but I know it's good for me, so I add it. Now let's mix all of these things. Yeah, there's oil on the bottom, so now all of this is gonna get mixed so nicely. So because I cut everything so thick, I also think it needs more oil than if it was thin sliced. Like they will get crispier and cook better. For your health as well, I think baked things are better than fried. I like to slow cook things, so I'm gonna put the oven now at 350 because I think things taste better and it's healthier when you take time with it rather than like put really high heat on and you try to get it done so fast. It doesn't retain that taste when you rush it. Remember, I marinated the chicken last night with some oil and salt. So why does it have water? Wow, it released water. Okay, I'm gonna take this out. I need a plate to help me to go. Now the idea that I have with this right now is I'm gonna leave some of them plain, right? Nothing on them, just the oil. Maybe I'll add a little bit more oil and a touch of salt, just in case, because I felt like last night I probably didn't add enough salt for all of these wings. And then the others, I'll add a touch of seasoning. I was also thinking to add a little bit of gluten-free flour, just to make them more like the restaurant chicken wings, but I'm debating if I want to do that. Like, I'm like 50-50 on that. I'm actually not even 50-50. I think more like 30-70, like 70 not doing it. 70 not doing it and 30 like doing it. So how do you make it? Do you guys have any idea of like how to make them taste good, easy, quick, in the oven type of wings, but for them to taste like restaurant made and to be healthy? What I decided, I'm actually gonna add some of masa flour, maseca. Let's experiment. It's gonna be an experience, so let's try that. I have two bowls right here. One is going to be with seasoning and maseca, and the other one is gonna be plain. Yeah, one has a little bit of seasoning and one has a lot of seasoning and spicy. I'm gonna have to see how I'm gonna separate it as I bake them because I want to put them all in the oven at once. A challenge, but I think I can figure this out. Oh, I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt. I decided to fold the paper right here just so I can separate the wings a little bit and give myself an idea. But I think I'll be able to tell based on the color. And there's one ingredient that I have never added to chicken wings before, but I'm gonna add it this time because it tastes delicious with pretty much anything you make, and that is I'm gonna add some vegeta. We'll see if this is a good idea or not. I like to experiment and try things. Okay, so I'm starting with this one first, and I like how the flour, the masa flour, is sticking to it. I think I need to probably add a little bit of oil on top just so it doesn't come out dry, but it might not. I'm pretty sure the chicken will release some juice or something. I'm also thinking of not covering, but I don't know if that's a good idea of not covering them in the oven. What do you think? Should I be covering it or not? So I take off excess, and they don't feel heavy. I thought that maybe the masa would end up making them heavy, but it doesn't look like that's the case. And I got another small pan for more chicken, so I did like this one majority spicy and this is regular, and over there there's only a little bit of spicy and this is regular, which actually makes me think, why don't I just move the... Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I feel like when it cooks I'm gonna get so confused of which corner, which side, all these things, though I think this one maybe I can figure it out based on how it is. Let's not risk it. Let's do this. Yeah, let's just do this right away. I'm not gonna worry about this anymore. I'm telling you, the camera makes such a big difference when I'm filming things. I realize things that if I didn't talk to the camera, I wouldn't think about them. I think this one will end up a little bit spicy, I'm sorry. Okay, now the potato is gonna go in these two. Oh, there's a lot of cheese. I don't really want that, so I'm just gonna grab it with my hands and spread it out here. Yeah, I think this will definitely help for the wings to not be so dry. Yay! Is going here, and then this one is gonna go up here with this one, and this, can this fit in the middle? I think so. Yeah, there we go. That's how we're doing it. Time wise, I'm gonna do 30 minutes to begin with. So I just took it out. I'm going to flip them all one by one. But well, actually, I don't know if I want to. They're still very white on the bottom. They're white, but I like the fact that I don't want the top to like be all dry. You know what I mean? Like the bottom gets like a little bit of the juice, a little bit of the oil that fell to the bottom, but this doesn't, the top doesn't, so I think it's a good idea to flip them. Potatoes look really good. I just moved some from here over here because these ones were kind of very close together and they were not getting crispy. They were really soft, and this ones were getting crispy. Okay, I flipped this ones as well, and they seem to be about the same level of cooking. And that's good because I thought the bottom ones would cook faster. Oh, this thing opened up. Okay. I decided to make some guacamole, so I'm gonna do that right now. I have tomatoes, onion. Next thing is avocados. I have onion, tomatoes in here. I know I'm missing some ingredients, but we don't really have all the ingredients. I'm just gonna make guacamole with what I have, right? That's what it's about. Salt. I have all of this together, and here we are. We have guacamole. We're in the last part of the food. I added some more thyme, and I also increased the temperature to 400. So I added 20 minutes, but that's out of the 20 minutes, about 7-8 minutes is just gonna be the oven getting to the temperature, because this oven takes a long time to heat up for some reason fully. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually going to make some sauce, and this is what I came up with. I saw online that people do add barbecue and mustard, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make barbecue mustard sauce. It's smoky, so this might actually be a good, this is the hickory barbecue. All right, I got a spoon, and I think a good idea would be to mix this a little bit. Shake it up. What a nice color that is, right? I like it. It's different. And I was also thinking to make it a little more spicy, but I don't know if it's a good idea, and add a touch of horseradish. I might as well. I'm gonna do that. But I need another spoon for this. Alright, I'm only adding this much, which is plenty. Hopefully this is not too spicy. Done with that. In the meantime, let's clean up. Hey Jupitines, look what we have. This is the spicy one, this is the regular one. I'm done with them. I don't think I'm gonna keep them in there anymore. I think a total about 2 hours. It was at 350, and then for about 20 minutes, no, not even 10 minutes at 400. So I think this is good. I'm gonna serve this so we can all eat. Get some of the regular ones. Coming apart from the bone. And if that's happening, that means that it's ready. Yeah, this is really soft, so all good. I don't know if I should put them all in here so they don't dry on the pan. I might. Okay, so this is the final result. My stepmom made a salad for them because they like that, especially my dad. And these are the chickens. This is the regular. This is the spicy one. I haven't tried it yet. This is the guacamole. The fries, sauce that I made, barbecue sauce, and I think we are ready. I still have one in the oven, but that one we'll do later. So this is what I eat in a day. I made it specially for all of you because lately I haven't been cooking. Most of the cooking has been done by my stepmom because I've been focusing on work. Nonetheless, I really wanted to cook something today. Valentine's Day is this week. We're gonna be busy during that time, so I was like, okay, this is a nice meal for all of us.